Good morning everyone. So how have you been? Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. ఈ సభా వేదిక పైన ఆసీనులైన పెద్దలందరికీ దూర ప్రాంతాల నుండి విచ్చేసిన గౌరవనీయులైన అతిథులందరికీ మరియు ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో పాల్గొంటున్న ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి నమస్కరిస్తూ స్వాగతం పలుకుతున్నాం. కేవలం వినడమే కాకుండా మనందరం కలిసి కొత్త ఆలోచనలు పంచుకుంటూ చురుగ్గా పాల్గొంటూ ఈ అద్భుతమైన రోజును ప్రారంభిద్దాం. Good morning once again everyone and thanks for joining us. This is Varna and I am your host for today. I will be popping up between the speakers to guide you through the event. Before I take this program further, I would want every one of us to join our hands to cheer the team as a token of appreciation for all their relentless efforts that have been taken to put up this event and to all the smart brains and working hands behind the scenes. Get outside Anand person chapter. Thank you. With that, I welcome you all to the AI Fusion, the first ever AI Summit in the Godavari region. This is an initiative by DTNF happening in this beautiful city of Kakinada. So AI Fusion at Kakinada 2025 marks a landmark moment as the Godavari's region's first ever AI Summit, envisioned to transform Kakinada and other Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities into dynamic centers of AI and DeepTech excellence. Anchored by the theme Democratizing AI, Building India's Innovation Ecosystems Beyond Metro Cities, the summit convenes global thought leaders, innovators, startups, policymakers and academicians to explore AI's transformative influence on industry, economy and the society. We are delighted to announce a significant milestone for the AI community in Andhra Pradesh. AI Fusion Kakinada 2025 has been officially designated as the pre-summit event for the landmark India AI Impact Summit 2026. The India AI Impact Summit 2026, announced by the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi at the France AI Action Summit in February this year, will take place on February 19th in New Delhi as a global convening to harness AI for people, planet and progress. It is a landmark global gathering that will shape the agenda for inclusive, responsible and impactful AI cooperation. The New Delhi Summit is a continuation of AI Safety Summit at London in 2023, the AI Seoul Summit in South Korea in 2024, the AI Action Summit co-chaired by India in Paris. Therefore, AI Fusion Kakinada 2025 is now the official staging ground for this global conversation. We are proud to channel the innovative spirit of Andhra Pradesh to the national stage, setting the agenda for inclusive and impactful AI. This groundbreaking event emphasizes knowledge sharing, real-world applications and collaboration across key domains such as agentic AI, generative AI, edge AI and robotics. Beyond being a conference, AI Fusion aspires to ignite a sustained regional AI movement, empowering local talent, accelerating digital innovation and redefining India's technological future from its heartlands. Thank you ladies and gentlemen once again for your participation, and without further delay, let's get started with the inaugural session. I would now like to invite our esteemed guests onto the stage as we begin this part of the event. For that, I now call upon stage Mr. Sreedhar Kosaraju, the Chairman APDTI Network, with a warm round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. I would now like to request Mr. Sreedhar to warmly welcome our distinguished guests and respect and honor them by presenting Kanduvas symbolizing our deepest gratitude. So requesting the team backside to come onto the stage with the necessary arrangements. May I now request the following esteemed individuals to please come forward and join us on the stage for a brief felicitation and lighting of the lamp. Can we have Shri Indrajit, CEO, President, ITAAP on the dais with a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. May I now call... May I now call upon the stage our special guest, Mr. A.V. Malleswara Rao, Additional Director, Office in Charge, STPI, Kakinada. Next on stage, we would like to invite our distinguished guest, Dr. Anand, Govindaluri, MD, founder, Govin Capital, Singapore. I now take this privilege and honor inviting our chief guest, the Vice Chancellor of JNTU Kakinada, Professor Shri CSRK Prasad onto the stage with a thunderous round of applause. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, once again for all our esteemed guests today. And to begin the next part of the summit on an auspicious note and invoke the spirit of knowledge and enlightenment, we now move on to the lamp lighting ceremony. I am deeply honored to invite our distinguished guests to perform the sacred ritual and receive our appreciation. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to all of them. గౌరవనీయులైన ముఖ్య అతిథులందరూ చేసి దీప ప్రజ్వలన చేయవలసిందిగా కోరుతున్నాం. Can I invite on stage Shri Sushma for a prayer song? This reminds me of a beautiful Vedic prayer, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, leading us from darkness to light, symbolizing a transformation from ignorance to knowledge, confusion to clarity, challenge to solution. With the blessings of three powers, Jnana, knowledge, Shakti and Aishwarya from Goddess Lakshmi, let us fill the room and our minds with positivity and more positivity. That was truly soulful. Thank you, Shri Ashishma, for the beautiful prayer song. భారతీయ సంస్కృతి సాంప్రదాయాన్ని అనుసరించి జ్యోతి ప్రజ్వలనతో ఈ కార్యక్రమ శోభను ద్విగుణీకృతం చేసిన ముఖ్య అతిథులందరికీ మా హృదయపూర్వక ధన్యవాదాలు. Thank you, sir. With this, ladies and gentlemen, we declare the inaugural session right here and right now. With a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, let's now invite Sreedhar for a welcome note and the context setting.
Honorable Chief Guest, CSRK Prasad, Vice Chancellor JNTU, distinguished guest, Dr. Anand Govindaluri, CEO Govin Capital, MD founder of Govin Capital from Singapore, Honorable guest, special guest, AV Malleswara Rao, Additional Director STPI and also Officer in Charge STPI Kakinada, and my colleague, beloved friend, Shri Indrajit, special guest, President of IT Association of Andhra Pradesh, is also CEO of Inventis. Warm welcome to everyone, and distinguished guests, speakers, all the delegates, students and buddy entrepreneurs, very warm welcome. So it is your city, so we are hosting first time the exclusive AI Summit. Of course, earlier also we did kind of workshops where I was part of the ITAAP as an ITAAP president. We organized AI and Analytics Conclave in the same city in March 2023. That time I was the president and Sreedhar was the chairman for ITAAP. And again, this scale we haven't done earlier. First time we are organizing an exclusive AI Summit, and I am very happy to share that. I think Swarna already, MC has already covered that point. I am very happy to share that this particular event, the AI Summit at Kakinada, has been officially recognized and officially approved as the pre-summit event of India AI Impact Summit, which is being organized by the Government of India at international levels, and it's going to be on February 2026. So that's a recognized event, and many country leaders are going to attend that event. And earlier that was organized by France, South Korea and UK. Fourth time Government of India is hosting that international conference. And this is something like from our region, from our area, I think this is the first pre-summit event for that. So from our region, that is from our place. I better go with the prepared speech instead of next talker. Yeah. So special thanks to CSRK Prasad for taking time. In fact, he has a conflicting schedule, but still, so he gave a time and he's going to stay with us till lunchtime. Thank you so much, sir. And thanks to Anand Govindaluri. In fact, he is from Kakinada. His mother is from Kakinada. Of course, he'll talk more about his background and how his roots from Kakinada. But one thing I should appreciate, one thing I should show my gratitude to Govindaluri. In fact, when we announced this particular summit, he himself called me, and you are doing a summit here in my birthplace, in my place of Kakinada, and I wanted to come for the event. And he has come all the way from Singapore to this particular event only to attend this event. So, in fact, actually, today is 24th, 26th, he need to be in Germany, and he is speaking in some international conference in Germany. So he tried his best to come to this particular summit, and he checked with some flight schedule, and all somehow initially he could not. Even he tried to just hire a private jet to come to this particular event. So you can understand what is the importance and what is the attachment he has for Kakinada and for this region. Thank you so much, sir. And thanks to Indrajit for making time to attend this particular summit. So on behalf of AI Fusion, I am honored to welcome you all to this historic occasion, AI Fusion at Kakinada, the first ever AI Summit in the Godavari region. So this summit is a collaborative effort by DeepTech Naipunya Foundation, which is a Section 8 company, and the backbone of all our initiatives, and also the AP Digital Technology Industry Network, which is an industry forum initiated by the DeepTech Naipunya Foundation for our home state, Andhra Pradesh. Before I begin, I just wanted to express my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has made this summit possible. So my special thanks to all our sponsors, KITE, Anand PhD, Griffey, Dicey, and Avia. So who believe in our vision of democratizing AI beyond metro cities. So your support is not just financial, and it is a vote of confidence in the potential of Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. Thanks to all our partners also, including IT Association of Andhra Pradesh. So I want to give a special mention, special recognition to Kakinada Institute of Engineering and Technology for coming forward as our event sponsor, and KITE's leadership truly understands something crucial, so that attending events like this, so it's not an optional anymore, it is essential. I'll talk 2 minutes about them a little later, maybe before my conclusion. Artificial intelligence is not just another technology trend, it is the defining transformation of our era. Consider this few facts. I'll just try to quote some few numbers. I think most of you might be aware of it. The global AI market is projected to reach $2 trillion by 2030. Exclusive AI market itself. And AI is expected to contribute to the global GDP, global economy, $15.7 trillion by the end of this decade. In India alone, AI could add $500 billion to our economy by this end of this year itself. And every sector, you take any sector, agriculture, healthcare, finance, manufacturing, every sector, education is being fundamentally reshaped by artificial intelligence. But here, what matters most, AI is not coming, AI is already here. And it is there in your smartphones, in the apps we use daily, and in the decisions business make.
And how doctors diagnose the diseases, and how farmers plan their crops. So there is no industry, no profession, no aspect of life that AI is not touching. Now let me address the elephant in the room. So something we must talk about it honestly. The hard truth about jobs and skills. One of my favorite subjects. Yes, AI will displace many jobs, but it will also create new ones. The question is, which side of this transformation will you be on? So let me be direct. Industry does not need basic coders anymore. Once again, I'm repeating, industry does not need any basic coders anymore. With the kind of vibe coding and the tools that we have, a senior developer, maybe a 5 years experienced developer, can do 5 junior developers work with the support what he is getting with the vibe coding and the other tools that we have. So that is a picture what we have right now. And in the next down the line, 2-3 years, you can expect what is going to happen. And with the hyper automation that we have, entire workflows that once needed human intervention are now being automated completely. So jobs will not be the same, and some job roles will become obsolete, and new roles we have not even imagined yet will emerge. But here is the critical insight. AI skills are now mandatory for every role, not optional, no more. So they're all mandatory. So does this mean everyone needs to build AI models? I think this is a little bit technical. So this is something like a building an AI model and using the AI model. So I'm just trying to put that. No. But it does mean that everyone must be able to use the AI tools and AI models in their domain. Doesn't need to be like building the AI models. At least you should be aware of using AI tools and also using the AI models as part of the domain. So domain related applications. We need domain experts with AI skills, engineers who understand AI, doctors who can leverage AI, business leaders who can implement AI strategies, teachers who can integrate AI in education in their teaching. So this is what exactly the expectation what we have for the next, maybe the next couple of years. So going forward, we cannot survive in the IT industry without AI skills. So there is a painful truth here. I'll be vocal a little bit on this. Academia industry a gap. So what is being taught in the colleges, not up to the industry expectations. I'm talking from the industry. I was there as a president for the IT Association of Andhra Pradesh for 3 years. I've been very active in the industry associations. From the last 2 years, from this foundation, we are running a forum called AP Digital Technology Industry Network that I just briefed in the beginning. And the very basic objective of this forum is to drive the innovation. So across the sectors that are predominantly driven by the digital technology. So we see one of the key challenges, since many students and faculty are there here, the big challenge that we see, the syllabi that is being taught in the colleges. So particularly, I'm not talking about the other engineerings, I'm not fully aware of it like electrical, electronics, but at least I am confident that in the computer science, whatever the syllabi which is being taught, not up to the industry expectation. If the headings may be same, but the content being delivered is not as per the industry expectations, means not industry ready, not industry level. So that's a big challenge that we see. So the majority of the faculties lack industry exposure. This is a hard fact that we should accept it. So that's why we have been advocating, in fact from the APDTI network, and personally it's one of my favorite topic, and I've been advocating something called integrated learning. So a model where universities and colleges actively bring industry experts into classrooms for regular guest lectures, workshops, and mentorship programs. The existing program called Professor of Practice need to be tweaked a lot. Of course, conceptually we have a Professor of Practice, but I think it need to be tweaked. In fact, from our foundation, we have a couple of initiatives to work on this industry-academia gap. Some of them are a bit revolutionary. You all know, you heard about the student internships. In fact, we are advocating for the faculty internship. The faculty should go and work in the industry for 3 months, 4 months, take a sabbatical, work in the industry. Similarly, it is not only from the faculty side or from the academia side, from the industry also, we are advocating our industry to give the problem statements to the faculty on a fee basis. Consulting based on commercial consulting, not just like we expect the faculties to do some free consulting or free kind of thing. That also we are trying to advocate, and we are trying to motivate our companies to engage the faculties, academia also to get some particular projects done, so that they will also get the industry exposure. It should be mutual. Industry should go and work, with the academia. Of course, in Germany, in Singapore, we have that beautiful models. Somehow in India, I think those models are not really, they are on the books. Many people talk on that, but really when it comes to the ground, it's not happening. So we are advocating on that. We have a couple of initiatives like, so we are promoting something called Weekend at Campus. You must have heard about weekend agriculture. So people are passionate going Saturdays, Sundays to their villages and doing some agriculture, at least for photos and reels, right? Of course, a few people are genuine. So similarly, industry experts, the experts who are in the industry, maybe in AI or any domain. So we are advocating at least in a month, one Saturday, you give it to your roots, your native place, any college, engineering college or university near to your native place or near to your heart. You just go there, spend 5-6 hours throughout the day, you be there and try to share your insights and share your experience and exposure with the students and with the faculty also, not only the students. So, and similarly, we have something, industry immersion program. This is exactly reverse to this Weekend at Campus. Weekend at Campus, where industry expert will go to the college and he'll deliver something, he'll try to share his insights. The other program, industry immersion program, where we invite all the HODs, faculties to our place, to the industry. Last time we did in Tech Mahindra, we have plans to do every month one, where we invite all the faculties and the industry expert deliver a full day long session at industry campus. So these are the two programs we are advocating. Of course, the others are a little bit revolutionary. I think it takes some time to convince both our industry and also academia. But more serious collaboration is required in the era of AI. Otherwise, it will be very difficult. We all know more than 50% skill gap is there in the normal IT. Forget about AI. In AI, that is 70+% skill gap is there. And I have some personal level worry. We all know that India has got a big edge, that is youngest workforce in the entire world. That's everybody knows, right? The demographic dividend what India has, the big advantage, what we always talk about it, all our political leaders have been talking about it. But my worry is, it may become liable unless we have a proper strategy at all the levels from the ground to the top in the pyramid. So it will become a liability, because if you don't have the enough skill and enough talent, so even if you have a youngest workforce, what we will do if the skill and talent is not matching as per the industry? In IT, regular IT, okay, somehow we are able to manage, but in the era of AI, so it's a little bit next level skill. Unless we are equipped with that skill, it is very, very difficult to really cope up with that. I think that's my worry. We have been advocating, we have been talking in almost all the forums. Yeah, so coming back Now, let me talk about why we are here in Kakinada. Already there was some quick introduction given by Swarna. Now, the theme of this particular entire event is democratizing AI. Let me put it, we all know we have big speakers from the metro cities. See, already we have a good ecosystem. Yeah, better ecosystem, I will say. I will not say the topmost ecosystem. We have a better ecosystem in the tier 1 cities like Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, Bombay, Pune. In all these places, we have a better ecosystem for AI. We have a funding, we have good institutes, big corporates are there. We have experts there. So the students, the fraternity, whoever are there, all the stakeholders, they have that advantage of being in the ecosystem. They are getting the benefit of it. But the kind of potential what we have for the AI down the line, the next 5 years, we need more 500 cities, not 5 cities. The ecosystem in 5 cities is not sufficient. We need the ecosystem to be created in 500 cities. So it is a time to go to the tier 2 and tier 3 locations. So that is the whole theme of this particular, not only the summit, the theme for this, our AI Fusion. The very platform that we created, AI Fusion, is exclusively for the purpose of promoting and creating the vibrant AI ecosystem in tier 2 and tier 3 cities. And I am very honored and privileged to start this entire concept of AI Fusion in tier 2, tier 3 with Kakinada, with this particular AI summit in Kakinada. Yeah, so that's what and why the AI Fusion we started here. And what is exactly the AI Fusion? Let me just elaborate few points what exactly it is. So our purpose is to build the vibrant AI and deep tech ecosystems, as I mentioned, in tier 2, tier 3, except in metros, because metros already have some ecosystem. Identify and nurture the next generation of AI innovators, startups, and leaders through summits, hackathons, and open challenges. Connect regional talent with the global opportunities, bridge the gap between education and industry, prove that the geography is not a destiny. The transformative innovation can come from anywhere. In fact, even GCCs, they are looking after the tier 2 locations now. So now there is a lot of trend, right, for GCCs. Everybody is running after GCCs. Every government has got a policy for GCCs. Now, in fact, GCCs, some of these key GCCs are looking for tier 2, tier 3 for various reasons. So now, what we have started here in Kakinada is not, this is just the beginning. Our vision is to create similar ecosystems across dozens of cities in India in the next 5 years. So not only just AP, as far as AI Fusion is concerned. So we are here to prove the world-class AI innovation can emerge from anywhere, from Kakinada, Amaravati, from every city that has talent, determination, and vision. So we wanted to touch base with the different tier 2 cities, not only in AP, going forward, would like to organize AI fusions, that is AI summits, in the cities like Bhubaneswar, Coimbatore, Mangalore, and many other cities similar to it, and culminate them with a grand fusion AI summit. Like we did recently in July, we did one thing called Fusion AI Summit. It was like a 2-day summit. So we wanted to organize this AI Fusions 1-day summits or 2-day, whatever it is. It depends on the bandwidth. In all the tier 2 locations and culminate them with the one mega summit called Fusion AI Summit. These are AI Fusions, that is a Fusion AI Summit in Visakhapatnam. That is the initial as of now plan. We already did one major summit in last July. And coming to the Andhra Pradesh, many of you must have heard about the latest investments. So I wanted to appreciate the efforts of the government of Andhra Pradesh for their tremendous background work what they've been doing under the leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu Garu, and also under the Honorable IT Minister Nara Lokesh Garu. I think all you must have known through the media, but I just want to reiterate. The Google is investing $15 billion investment. It's the first FDI of this scale, 1,30,000 crores coming to Andhra Pradesh, coming to Visakhapatnam. So Andhra Pradesh, it is just Visakhapatnam is 200 kilometers away. So, of course, I'm not getting into the details because this is a different context. It's a $15 billion single FDI investment to Andhra Pradesh. And not only that, we have got multiple things have been announced. Because I am part of the government committee called CCITI, I know every land and every proposal that comes, we are aware of it, what is coming. So I am talking with the practical confirmations and all. I am not putting any media numbers here. So there are many other investments in the pipeline already. They have been approved and agreement stage. Anytime they will be grounded in the next couple of months. I think TCS already, it's about to be inaugurated. And SIFI, which is another data center, has been announced, and already agreements are done. And even recently there was a groundbreaking ceremony by Honorable Minister Lokesh Garu. And CTS, which is one of the big brand, CTS is coming. Accenture are expanding their operations in Visakhapatnam, that is near here. So innovative companies like homegrown companies, they are in fact Imaginovative, Phenom. These people are also expanding in a mega project scale like 2,000, 3,000 employees. So the expectation is down the line, 2 years from now, so at least 1.5 lakh jobs are going to be created. Next 4 years, we are seeing something like 3 to 4 lakh jobs are going to be created only in this region. From Godavari in the North Andhra, Godavari and North Andhra together, in this region itself, at least 2 to 3 lakh jobs only in the IT, AI and this space is going to be created with the efforts made by the current government of Andhra Pradesh under the leadership of Chandrababu Naidu Garu and Lokesh Garu. So that's, now we are fortunate to have that kind of vibrance now. But I have few appeals. So I appeal to the government of Andhra Pradesh, please create a comprehensive AI ecosystem across Andhra Pradesh. We have been actually advocating. And we also need an IT park in Godavari region, a hub that can anchor AI innovation, attract investment and create thousands of jobs for our talented youth in this Godavari region. I also want to appeal to the Godavari diaspora. So our friends from this region working in US, Europe, offshore, across many countries. And we have the expertise and you have the expertise, the networks and the resources. Please come back and invest in building IT infrastructure in our region. I'll just quote 1 or 2 examples. Recently, Tirupati, IT diaspora of Tirupati, so they have just identified 20 acres of land and they have announced to create an IT park with the name called Pelican. Yeah, so that is Pelican Valley. I think some of you must have read that in the newspapers. In fact, I am in touch with those organizers. So they, of course, government is creating the IT parks and they are creating ecosystem. They have policies. They are doing their job. And even industry players also, particularly people who are hailing from this region, in Andhra region, people who hail from Tirupati and who are there in US and other places, they themselves have come with 20 acres they bought and they are building their own IT park exclusively by themselves. So my appeal, same, we have classic example. Even this IT Serve Alliance, we have how we have IT association here, we have a big IT association in US for all the companies from the India, and particularly majority of them are from Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. So that association recently met Honorable CM, and even they got, as per my sources, they got 10 acres commitment in Visakhapatnam to create an IT park. When we have 2 classic examples, my appeal to the Godavari diaspora also, people who are there in elsewhere from Godavari region, so please come back and try to create an IT park and try to create an IT investment in our region, in Godavari region. So that is my appeal. Now, let me just try to conclude. Yeah, today's summit, so you are going to have an exceptional experience. We have brought together some of the top AI experts in the country to share their insights with you. And I wanted to thank each of our speakers who have agreed to come to Kakinada and be part of this historic summit. And here is what we planned: excellent keynotes from the top AI experts and visionary leaders, engaging fireside chats moderated by the top experts, and deep dives into the cutting edge topics like the agentic AI, which is very trending topic, generative AI, then future of work with AI, then we have something edge AI, then robotics, which is a niche area, again, where there's a lot of involvement of AI, and also AI for startups and innovators. These are the topics, and that is how we actually structured the entire summit from the morning to evening. Why attending this summit matters? Let me tell you. So why being here today is one of the best decisions you have made. Attending the summit like this will make a tremendous impact on your career and your thinking. So you will gain clarity on where AI is heading and how it affects your domain. Learn practical skills, means understand the insights you won't find in a regular textbooks or in academic sessions. Get a chance to meet and network with the top AI experts, people who are building the future of AI. So discover opportunities you did not know existed. Get inspired by what's possible when talent meets opportunity. See, we all know knowledge is power, but timely knowledge is the transformation. So what you learn and the connections you make today can change the trajectory of your career. Here I would like to just mention one small example about the kite, how it took the advantage. In fact, one of the reasons why we are here, in fact, we are able to do this massive AI summit here, I don't want to hesitate, I just wanted to mention. The kite team, at least 200 people used to attend like all our summits. We organize regularly summits in that Visakhapatnam. Like in January 2025, we had a mega summit, Andhra Pradesh Digital Technology Summit, attended by 1,000 plus people. And there was a recently another summit, Fusion AI Summit, as I mentioned, attended by 1,200 plus. So these two summits, and even earlier in 24 February also, we had something AI Summit. And all three summits, at least 200 people in 4 or 5 buses attended by them. I'm not in numbers. I'm telling you the outcome. With the connections they made with the speakers, the connections they made with the CXOs, they got many projects and many jobs. I'll give you my example. Recently, I visited their campus, maybe 2 months back or 3 months back. I myself felicitated all the parents, of the children who got their jobs. Like some of our friends from the IT Association also, they gave 30, 40 entry-level jobs exclusively in AI. Getting an AI job is not easy for the freshers. Freshers will get IT job. Exclusive ML engineer, AI engineer, starting not less than 3 to 4 lakhs package, particularly having an AI ML. And they got many commitments from the companies to set up AI-based COEs in their labs. And today we have an announcement about another company setting up some kind of setup there and giving some 10 to 15 AI-based internships in their college. All this because of their effort to come to this particular event. Not only my event or our event, any event. See, attending the event, meeting the experts, exchanging the ideas and taking their insights will, the knowledge that you get and the kind of advantages you get, something I don't need to explain. I think this is the best example. So attending event is going to make a lot of difference. So let me conclude, friends. We stand at crossroads and we are at the inflection point now. Today, right here in Kakinada, we are making a choice. We are choosing to be builders, not just consumers. And we are choosing to lead, not just follow. We are choosing to prove that the tier 2 cities can compete with anyone, anywhere. So AI Fusion at Kakinada 2025 is our declaration. The future of AI in India belongs to every city, every student, every entrepreneur who dares to dream and work hard. So let's make today count. Let's learn, connect, and commit to building an AI-powered future together. Thank you. And I wish all an incredibly enriching and inspiring summit. Jai Jagannath, Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sreedhar Garu, and that's a very inspiring and very informative message, and from the very backbone of this entire movement. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. So our next guest is co-founder and CEO of Inventez. He's a president ITAAP, and with his 28 years of leadership experience across various global organizations, he led and nurtured a team of 120 professionals driving innovation and growth. So let me now take this opportunity to welcome him onto the stage and address the gathering.
The distinguished guests on the dais, off the dais, my dear colleagues, faculty from KIT, and dear students, good morning to all of you. Good morning. And it feels really incredible to say these words. This here happening, the first ever AI Fusion Summit happening here in Kakinada. I really welcome all of you to this event. Now, today is not just the launch of this conference or launch of this event. I would say this is launch of a movement which says that the innovation is not limited just to the metros or the cities. Innovation lives in every curious mind, anywhere, across the country, across the world, anywhere. What you need to have is the curiosity and then the courage to experiment. And again, I would say that the AI belongs not just in the labs, the billion-dollar labs, or in the research papers, but it belongs in the places where the applications of AI are, which is, in other words, in places like our Kakinada, or Guntur, Vijayawada, Visakhapatnam, or any other small places where people live with problems and where people have the creativity and the courage to imagine the solutions, building the solutions for those problems that they have been living for decades using the latest technology like AI or ML and all the other technologies, So in that sense, the AI belongs to places like us. It's not just on the labs, right? And now, if you look at, the developments in AI or the current status of AI, I would say it is like the tale of two cities, On the one side, you hear news like Microsoft is investing $50 billion a year for next 3 to 4 years. Same with Oracle, Meta, Google, and Sreedhar just said like Google is investing $15 billion in Vizag, building the state-of-the-art data center and things like that. And similarly, trillions of dollars of investment commitment. And then on the other side, you hear other news, right? Saying that a recent news about the top consulting company which has utilized AI for building their reports, and when they submitted those reports to the Australian government, they are found to be inaccurate. And so the consulting company has agreed to pay a fine of $400,000 to the Australian government, right? And then there are studies from MIT which says 95% of the pilot AI projects in the organizations are failures. And then there is another study from Harvard which says that the capital or the investments that the companies are making in AI are not resulting in any significant improvements to their bottom lines, or in other words, the profit or profitability of the companies. So you have this contrast, right? On the one side, you have billions and billions of dollars by different companies being invested in AI, amounting to a few $1 trillion over the next few years. And then the other side, you are seeing that, there is not much result coming out of this AI, right? This is a contradiction, right? But let me tell you that the reason why these AI projects are failing or they are not seeing the results is not because the technology doesn't work. It's not because the technology doesn't work. It is because the over enthusiasm, right? Nowadays we are in a very speed quick implementation or quick adaptation mode, all the organizations, because we are all scared of the competition. We want to be the first to adapt the latest, right? Even before we understand what it means, right? So that's where these failures are coming from, The moment the AI made a big splash, the companies started saying, okay, how can I use this AI? Where can I, land on or grab onto this AI bandwagon, right? So let us bring on AI, right? So the immediate projects, most of the projects that we have is like chatbots for customer service, okay? That's one of the most common applications people started implementing. And then certain other areas where they have started, implementing AIs without really understanding whether AI really makes a meaningful impact or not, So it is not the problem of technology, but it is the problem of thinking, and it is the problem of implementation. So I would say that we are now at the next phase of AI revolution, and the next wave of AI is going to be in building the application which have some kind of a meaningful impact. And to do that, the approach is going to be not where we are going to use AI, but what are the problems that can be solved with AI, right? What are the problems that you have been living with for so many years without even realizing that we are spending so much of efforts in addressing those? When organizations and people identify those kind of problems and start looking at AI as a tool to solve those problems, that's when the real meaningful applications are going to come up. And that's where the next revolution of AI is going to come in. So that's where we are already seeing marvelous developments and revolutionary applications of AI happening in healthcare in terms of diagnostics, where cancer is being detected even before the regular tests are going to identify, are going to be diagnosed. That's one of the applications. And then in the factories, and then in the self-driving cars, where you have enormous amounts of data that is going to come in, and that's going to be analyzed, and decisions going to be made automatically by these systems. So we already have semi-autonomous driving already built into Tesla cars, if you are following that. And then Tesla has been working on a fully driverless or autonomous driving systems. And there are many other companies which are also working in similar kind of domains. And also, the AI applications in many other agricultural areas, the factory automations, the Industry 4.0, and then the digital twins for high-value assets like aircraft engines and oil and gas industry, where it's very difficult to gather or any corrective actions manually. Those can be automated with AI. So the AI is really fundamentally not just about coding, not just about software. It is going to fundamentally change how the business is being done in many industrial areas, not just in software. Right? Software is going to be just one of the areas or application areas of AI. And also, the AI is going to drive investment in many other adjacent areas, right? Like, for AI, it is data centers are huge power guzzlers. They need huge amounts of power. For example, the Google data center we are talking about, it needs like 1 gigawatt of power, a continuous supply of power. And then it needs millions of liters of water. What for? For cooling, for heating, ventilation, and cooling. So there are a lot of innovations that are being driven in those areas also. It's not just on the compute, it's not just on the software, it's also going to impact or drive growth in many other areas. So here in this AI Fusion Summit, we have invited industry leaders from various areas. So they are going to discuss and showcase practical applications that they are working on, that they are developing. And I hope you will take good advantage of this conference and make the best use of it. Thank you. Thank you, Sreedhar, for giving me this opportunity. I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, sir. That's an inspiring and thought-provoking talk. You certainly gave us a new perspective to be watchful and mindful in adapting and implementing AI. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Indrajit Anne, the President, ITAAP. So we now look forward to hear the insights of our esteemed guest, Mr. A.V. Malleswara Rao Garu, Additional Director and Officer in Charge, STPI, Kakinada. He played a vital role in promoting IT and ITES industry and deployment of various schemes of Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India. With more than 20 years of experience in various telecom segments, he brought in various communication and network infrastructure projects and data centers. A big round of applause for ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Madam. Professor CSRK Prasad Garu, Vice Chancellor, JNTU Kakinada, Dr. Govindaluri Anand Garu, Founding Director and CEO, Govin Capital, Singapore, Shri Indrajit Garu, President, ITAAP, Shri Sreedhar Kosaraju Garu, Chairman, APDTI Network, and distinguished guests, esteemed speakers, innovators and experts on the subject matters, and students. Good morning to all. It's an honor to stand before you at the inauguration of the AI Fusion Summit at Kakinada. On behalf of STPI, I would like to thank APDTI and to be a part of AI Fusion Summit and for holding such AI Summit physically at Kakinada. The AI Fusion Summit 2025 is a landmark event that marks the beginning of a regional movement for AI adoption and innovation in the Godavari region. Brief introduction about STPI. Software Technology Parks of India is a premier S&D organization under Ministry of Electronics and IT, Government of India, engaged in promoting IT, ITS industry, innovation, R&D, startups, product, IP creation in the field of emerging technologies like IoT, blockchain, AI and ML, computer vision, robotics, robotic process automation, AR and VR, animation and visual effect, data science and analytics for various domains like gaming and animation, fintech, agri-tech, medtech, autonomous connected electric and shared mobility, ESDM, cyber security, industry 4.0, drone and efficiency augmentation, etc. STPI has proudly completed its 34 impactful years of dedicated service to the nation. Over the past 3 decades, STPI has played a pivotal role in propelling India's IT platform through the consistent growth in the software exports and fostering the vibrant tech startup ecosystem that aligns with the vision of digitally empowered India. Since its inception in 1991, with a focus on boosting software exports, STPI has evolved into a cornerstone of innovation, startup empowerment, and digital inclusion. STPI started its journey with 3 centers. At that time, that IT industry was at a nascent stage. Now, STPI has 68 centers across the country, out of which 60 centers in Tier 2 and Tier 3 centers. And these centers have played a vital role in transforming the IT industry. In 2024-25, the exports done by STPI registered units have reached to 10.71 lakh crores, aligned with the mandate of Government of India. STPI is working for the dispersal of IT industry to Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities of the country for inclusive growth. Also, STPI is nurturing the tech startup ecosystem across India through its 24 Centers of Entrepreneurships, out of which 2 centers COEs are under STPI Hyderabad Directorate. One for Kalpataru COE in Visakhapatnam and Image COE at Hyderabad. And next generation incubation scheme in having 12 pan-India locations, out of which 1 NGS location in STPI Vijayawada, and support more than 1,600 startups. Startup empowered through the startup STPI ecosystem have raised fund of above 900 crores from the investors, generated employment more than 18,000 and startup revenue more than 1,400 crores so far. Having facilitated software experts, STPI remains committed to nurturing innovation, generating employment, and promoting inclusive digital growth. STPI empowers India's tech industry more than 17 lakh square feet of workspace, 5 Tier 3 data centers, 24 Centers of Entrepreneurship, startup, state-of-the-art labs, startup community network, STPI cloud services and schemes such as Next Generation Incubation Scheme, India BPO promotion schemes, and electronic manufacturing schemes. STPI Hyderabad Directory is having 5 sub-centers in that Visakhapatnam, Vijayawada, Tirupati, Kakinada and Warangal. STPI Kakinada is located at a collectorate compound and providing all the services as mentioned earlier. So far, 27 companies were utilized the plug-and-play incubation facility. At present, 8 companies are operating from STPI Kakinada. Now, everyone is talking about AI, and AI is part of everyone's life, and gathering of brilliant minds shaping the future of intelligence and innovation. Artificial intelligence today is more than a technology. It's a transformation. From transforming industry to addressing the global challenges. AI is helping humanity move towards a smart today, a more sustainable future. This summit is a platform to explore ideas, exchange knowledge, and discuss the opportunities and ethical responsibilities to come with AI. Let us use these discussions to inspire responsible innovation, one that blends human wisdom with mission intelligence. AI Fusion at Kakinada is the first ever AI-focused summit in the Godavari region, with a strong focus on regional innovation and AI adoption. By bringing together industry leaders, innovators, startups, researchers, and students on one platform, this event will spotlight how AI is transforming industries, creating opportunities, and shaping the future innovation in Andhra Pradesh and beyond. More than just a conference, It's a movement to empower the Godavari region as a emerging hub for AI-driven growth and innovation. Government of India will host the AI Impact Summit in New Delhi on 19th and 20th of February 2026 to shape a future-oriented agenda for inclusive, responsible, and impactful AI cooperation. The AI Impact Summit aims to ensure that artificial intelligence serves as a catalyst for inclusive human development and environmental sustainability and equitable progress worldwide. This AI Fusion at Kakinada Summit was also selected for pre-summit events in the lead of the AI Summit. Congratulations to the organizers of APDTI, and I thank the organizing committee, sponsors, and every participants for making this event possible. I wish Summit great success and fruitful discussion. Thank you. Thank you for Anand. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable inputs. So we definitely look forward. So our next speaker is a group CEO, Govin Capital, Singapore, with over 22 years of global investment management experience. He is recognized as one of Asia's leading deep tech investor in pharma, biotech, and digital healthcare. He served on multiple advisory boards and recipient of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Award for Innovation and Entrepreneurship. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, welcoming this Mr. Govin, Anand Govindaluri, MD and founder, Govin Capital.
నమస్కారం అండి అందరికీ. స్టేజ్ మీద ఉన్న అందరు పెద్దవాళ్ళకి నా నమస్కారం. Off the stage, off the dais also, all the important people, greetings to you. నా పేరు ఆనంద్ గోవిందలూరి. నేను పుట్టింది కాకినాడ, రామారావుపేట, జన్మభూమి. నేను వెళ్ళాల్సింది జర్మనీ, వచ్చాను కాకినాడ. ఇక్కడి నుంచి నేను జర్మనీ వెళ్తున్నాను. శ్రీధర్ గారికి నేను ధన్యవాదాలు చెప్తున్నాను, ఎందుకంటే ఆయన ఇలాంటి ప్రోత్సాహంగా ఇలాంటి ఈవెంట్ చేస్తున్నారు ఇక్కడ కాకినాడలో. అండ్ we need more and more such events for 2 reasons or 3 reasons. Number 1, AI is not just today the in thing. It is going to be there with us for the next 10-15 years, or maybe even more than that. AI is going to evolve into much more beyond what we are just seeing in terms of technological disruption. It is going to disrupt our lives. And more importantly, మన ఏంటంటే మనందరూ we need to be ready. ఎందుకంటే any change that happens, there is going to be a short-term pain, short-term displacement, short-term upset. And it is part and parcel of evolution of any technology, any cycle that happens in anywhere in the world. But in the long term, it will be highly beneficial. I have about 10 to 15 minutes to speak. The next 15 minutes, I'm going to give you some use case studies. ఎందుకంటే అందరూ పెద్దవాళ్ళు ఇక్కడ అందరూ మాట్లాడేశారు AI గురించి. ఇక్కడ నాకు మాట్లాడాలని ఇంకేం లేవు. ఇక్కడ నిజంగా చెప్పాలంటే పాయింట్స్ కవర్ చేయడానికి ఏం లేవు, అన్నీ మాట్లాడేశారు. అయితే నేనేం అనుకున్నానంటే, ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ బేసిక్లీ బోరింగ్ యూ విత్ డేటా అగైన్ అండ్ టెలింగ్ యూ హౌ బిగ్ దిస్ ఇండస్ట్రీ ఇస్, విచ్ ఎవ్రీబడి నోస్, ఐల్ గివ్ యూ సమ్ యూస్ కేస్ స్టడీస్. ఎందుకంటే ఆ యూస్ కేస్ స్టడీస్ ఇస్తే అట్లీస్ట్ మీకు ఒక ఐడియా వస్తుంది. చాలామంది పిల్లలు చూస్తున్నాను ఇక్కడ, నేను స్టూడెంట్స్ ఉన్నారు. మీకు ఐడియా వచ్చి మీకు మేబీ యూ కెన్ స్టార్ట్ వర్కింగ్ ఆర్ స్టార్ట్ థింకింగ్ అబౌట్ విచ్ ఆఫ్ దీస్ ఏరియాస్ ఆర్ విచ్ ఆఫ్ దీస్ సెక్టర్స్ ఈజ్ మోటివేటింగ్ ఫర్ యూ టు బీ విత్ టు వర్క్ ఆన్ దట్ పర్టికులర్ ఏరియా. ఫస్ట్ స్లైడ్ ప్లీజ్. స్లైడ్ పెడతారండి. బిజీగా ఉన్నారు, వాళ్ళు మాట్లాడుతున్నారు. So while the slides are getting ready, in fact, do you have to be scared of AI? I don't think you have to be scared of AI. ఎందుకంటే at the end of the day, AI is nothing but it is a combination of data that we are putting into a machine, and the machine is actually doing the work for us. So, is a machine going to replace human beings? This is a question that I'm asked often, most of the times. And the answer is no, because machine can act fast, machine can actually move fast, machine can think fast. But what machine doesn't have that humans have is the ability to take care of people around us, the ability to be empathetic, the ability to actually exhibit how lovingly you can actually treat one another, or how lovingly you can treat a situation or a problem. Classic example is during COVID. During COVID, it was not a machine that came up with a COVID vaccine. Was it a machine that came with a COVID vaccine? No. It was an individual, a group of scientists who came together, put their thoughts, and in a record period of time, we were able to basically come up with a COVID vaccine. And so that is the best example as to this particular question that I'm asked, will AI replace human beings? It will never replace human beings. It will essentially create an opportunity for humans to excel, to accelerate what they're doing. And I think this is a realization that all of us should have. Secondly, we also need to understand one thing is that when any new industry is coming up, okay, we need to also upgrade our skill sets. We have to upgrade our skill sets because it's only when we are matching to the opportunity that is lying in front of us, then we are able to compete and able to basically excel in any work that is given to us. Like today, the application of AI is seen across various industries, be it manufacturing, be it education, be it healthcare, be it fintech, or be it any areas, media, entertainment, so on and so forth. So I think what you have to realize is that understand that AI should be used as a tool, as an enabling tool to do the work much more efficiently and much more effectively. Let's take the example of education as a sector. In the education sector, how AI is disrupting. There was a time, and even now, what you can see is that you see that students are going to classrooms, okay? All of us are, we learned like that, right? So we learned, we grew up basically going to classrooms, listening to the teachers. But now, going forward, the classrooms will come to our living halls. And that is the change that is happening. Learning is going to be more and more immersive. You don't need to have a physical infrastructure just to learn. You need a physical infrastructure to maybe implement the projects, to have more practicals, but not in terms of learning. So through augmented reality, through virtual reality, through a mixture of immersive learning, things are becoming more and more, I would say, holistic. That's a book that I've written recently and I've published. It's called The Investor's DNA. It's available on Amazon. I have few copies of the book, and I would be more than happy to share some of the copies that I've got with me to the students who ask me questions, good questions. Going forward, I would like to dedicate my talk to my parents. I'm here because of my parents. My late father. టుడే ఇవాళ మీరు అందరు ఏంటంటే నన్ను ఈ సూటు టైలో చూసి చాలా డబ్బున్న మనిషి తను బహుశా తెలుగులో మాట్లాడతాడా లేదా, మరి హీ మస్ట్ బి బార్న్ విత్ అ డైమండ్ స్పూన్ అని అనుకుంటారు. ఆ విషయం తప్పండి. మా నాన్నగారు ఒక 10x10 రూమ్లో చదువుకున్నారు మచిలీపట్నంలో. ఆయన హిందూ కాలేజ్లో ఆయన టీచింగ్ చేసి అప్పు తీసుకుని హీ యూస్ టు ఫండ్ హిస్ స్టడీస్. హీ డిడ్ హిస్ మాస్టర్స్ ఫ్రమ్ హిందూ కాలేజ్ అండ్ దెన్ పిహెచ్డి ఆయన విశాఖపట్నంలో రికార్డ్ టైంలో 2.5 yearsలో కంప్లీట్ చేశారు, 1961 to 1963. His name is today on the walls of the Organic Chemistry Department of Andhra University. And that is why I want to dedicate this talk to my father. He's no more. He left in 2020. But my mother, she lives with me in Singapore. My mother is 10th pass from Kakinada. And 10th తర్వాత ఆవిడ చదువుకోవడానికి అవకాశం దొరకలేదు ఆ రోజుల్లో, బికాస్ యాజ్ యూ సీ మై గ్రాండ్ ఫాదర్ హ్యాడ్ అబౌట్ 9 or 10 children, and they had pressures. They had to have their daughters get married. So my mother never got a chance to complete her studies. But all the principles of financial management that I have learned in my life is because of my mother. And I'll give you one or two examples as to how she excelled as someone where she nurtured me and my younger brother in the principles of financial management. మన పుస్తకాలు చదువుకుని ఫైనాన్షియల్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ నేర్చుకునేది కాదండి. ఫైనాన్షియల్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి నేర్చుకుంటామంటే మన పేరెంట్స్ని చూసి, ఎస్పెషల్లీ మదర్ని చూసి. రిస్క్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ కూడా ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్లో, ఇవాళ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్స్ చాలా చేశాను, దాదాపు 70 కంపెనీస్లో ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేశాను. కానీ ఈ రిస్క్ మేనేజ్మెంట్, ఫైనాన్షియల్ మేనేజ్మెంట్, ఈ ప్రిన్సిపల్స్ చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి తల్లిదండ్రి వాళ్ళు ఎలా మిమ్మల్ని వాల్యూస్ నేర్పిస్తారో ఆ వాల్యూస్ మీకు ఎక్కడో సబ్కాన్షియస్ మైండ్లో ఎంగ్రెయిన్ అవుతాయి. And that is why actually I think I became a good investor, because of the principles of risk management, principles of financial management that my mother taught. And she's not a degree holder. So I'll give an example. So when I got an opportunity to go to Singapore in 1997 as a full scholarship, the Singapore government said that we will actually invite you. You need to come here and we'll give you a scholarship there. But from India to Singapore, వెళ్ళాలంటే నేను ఫ్లైట్ తీసుకోవాలి కదా, and it was 30,000 rupees. I had about 5,000, 6,000 rupees then, savings. I asked my father, he gave me about, say, maybe 10,000, I don't remember exactly, maybe something like 5,000 to 10,000 rupees. And there was a shortfall of about 15,000, 20,000 rupees. My mother saw that I was getting worried. So what she did is that she went to the kitchen. మా ఇంట్లో ఏంటంటే రైస్ క్యాన్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఆ రైస్ క్యాన్స్లో ఆవిడ చేతి పెట్టి అక్కడ వేర్ దే స్టోర్ రైస్, పెద్ద పెద్ద హ్యూజ్ రైస్ క్యాన్స్. షీ పిక్డ్ అప్ అ పౌచ్. She took out a pouch, very old pouch, and that had all her savings for the last 20-25 years. She put it on the table, and that's how I came to Singapore. That is the power. ఇప్పుడు నేను సింపుల్గా మీకు సింపుల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇచ్చాను వాట్ మదర్ ఐ డిడ్. ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇఫ్ ఐ ఎక్స్ట్రాపులేట్ దిస్ టు ఎన్ ఎంబీఏ స్కూల్ ఆర్ వాట్ ఐ లెర్న్డ్ ఇన్ ఎంబీఏ, నేను ఎంబీఏ యూఎస్లో చేశాను. అక్కడ వాళ్ళు సింపుల్ పవర్ ఆఫ్ కంపౌండింగ్ అంటారు. ఆ పవర్ ఆఫ్ కంపౌండింగ్ అంటే ఆ ఇంగ్లీష్ లాంగ్వేజ్లో మాట్లాడితే చాలా పెద్ద పెద్దగా మనకి అనిపిస్తుంది. కానీ యాక్చువల్గా సింపుల్గా ఏంటంటే సేవింగ్ చేస్తూ మీకు యూ విల్ ఎండ్ అప్ సేవింగ్ మోర్. సో సమ్ టైమ్స్ ఏం చేస్తామంటే యాజ్ అన్ ఇన్వెస్టర్ యూ ఫీల్ దట్ యూ వాంట్ టు హ్యావ్ డిఫరెంట్ టెక్నిక్స్, బట్ ద బెస్ట్ టెక్నిక్ టు సేవ్ మనీ అండ్ టు మల్టిప్లై వెల్త్ is through the power of compounding. And yeah. So this is what I've invested in several companies. I've failed in some companies and I've made money through some companies. And some of these companies have gone through unicorn status. Unicorn status ela antarante ante a company which has a valuation of $1 billion or not. And I don't want to really talk too much about these unicorn companies. Endukante a unicorn companies ela avutayi adi mana chethlo levu adi. బట్ నేను మీకు ఒక మాట చెప్తాను. మై వెరీ ఫస్ట్ యూనికార్న్ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ వాజ్ అ స్పిన్ ఆఫ్ కంపెనీ ఫ్రమ్ యూనివర్సిటీ కాలేజ్ లండన్. ఈ కంపెనీలో నేను ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేసేది 2001లో. నేను మా కమిటీ మెంబర్స్కి నేను ఇది ప్రపోజల్ పెడితే వాళ్ళు రిజెక్ట్ చేశారు. ఒకసారి కాదు 2 సార్లు రిజెక్ట్ చేశారు. 3వసారి నేను పట్టుదలతో పాటు మళ్ళీ వెళ్ళి కేసు రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తే ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ కమిటీ వాళ్ళు అప్రూవ్ చేయడం జరిగింది. ఆ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ చేయడం జరిగింది. అండ్ ఆ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఒక 8 yearsలో ఆ కంపెనీ గాట్ అక్వైర్డ్ బై Amgen అండ్ ఫర్ $1 billion, అండ్ దట్స్ హౌ యూనికార్న్ వాజ్ బార్న్. నేను ఎందుకు ఈ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మీకు ఇస్తున్నానంటే లైఫ్లో చాలామంది మనకి క్రిటిసైజ్ చేసిన వాళ్ళు, చిన్న చూపు చేసిన వాళ్ళు, ఎస్పెషల్లీ మన ఇండియన్స్. నేనైతే అసలు సింగపూర్లో ఫస్ట్ ఇండియన్, ఫస్ట్ తెలుగు పర్సన్ టు జాయిన్ ది సింగపూర్ గవర్నమెంట్ సర్వీస్. ఆ టైంలో చాలా కష్టపడేవాడిని నేను. కానీ చాలామంది ఏంటంటే చిన్న చూపు చూసేవారు, ఇండియన్ కదా అని, మా మాట వినేవారు కాదు. బట్ ద ఓన్లీ వే I could actually excel at work is because the only way I could get some recognition or I could basically get some airtime is through excelling at work. If you do your work well, the world will salute you. If you don't do your work well, you have to salute the world. So choose who you want to salute, whether you want the world to salute you or whether you want to salute the world. That is something which I learned very early. In terms of AI, today AI is a very complicated subject. Endukante it's evolving. What started as a very simple AI platform where you basically take data from different sources, put it together into one system, and then through that data you architect. You basically kind of configure the data, put it in a neat manner, mine the data and express the data. ఆ డేటా అంతా ఏంటంటే ఇప్పుడు చాలా కాంప్లికేటెడ్ అయిపోయింది, ఇవాల్వ్ అయింది. So what started as a very simple AI platform with the help of how do I go back? Yeah. So with the help of basically simple machines or with the help of neural networks, deep learning models వచ్చాయి. డీప్ లెర్నింగ్ మోడల్స్ ఏంటంటే వెరీ స్పెషలైజ్డ్ మోడల్స్. అండ్ ఈ డీప్ లెర్నింగ్ మోడల్స్ ఇప్పుడు చాలా అప్లికేబుల్ ఉన్నాయి ఇప్పుడు ఇండస్ట్రీలో. ఎందుకంటే డీప్ లెర్నింగ్ మోడల్స్ ద్వారా ఏమవుతుందంటే మీరు స్పెషలిస్ట్ అయిపోతారు. అండ్ లెట్ మీ గివ్ ఎన్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు స్టడీ మెంటల్ హెల్త్ విచ్ ఈస్ అ బిగ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఇన్ ద వెస్ట్. ఇంకా ఇక్కడ ఇండియాలో ఇంకా మెంటల్ హెల్త్ ఇష్యూస్ ఇంకా రాలేదు ఇంకా, కానీ వెస్ట్లో మాత్రం చాలా ఎక్కువ వచ్చేసింది. ఎందుకంటే పిల్లలు తల్లిదండ్రులను చూడరు అక్కడ వెస్ట్లో. చాలామంది తల్లిదండ్రిని 55 ఇయర్స్కి కేర్ హోమ్స్లో పెట్టేస్తారు. పిల్లలు వాళ్ళ కెరియర్ చూసుకుంటారు అండ్ దే డోంట్ కేర్ అబౌట్ పేరెంట్స్. సో చాలామంది ఎల్డర్లీ పేరెంట్స్ బేసిక్లీ దే ఆర్ సఫరింగ్ ఇన్ సైలెన్స్. సో మెంటల్ హెల్త్ హెస్ బికమ్ అ బిగ్ ఇష్యూ. అదే కాకుండా యూత్లో కూడా కాంపిటీషన్ ఎక్కువై పియర్ ప్రెషర్కి తట్టుకోలేక స్ట్రెస్ వల్ల సూసైడ్ రేట్స్ ఎక్కువ అయిపోయింది. ఇన్ఫ్యాక్ట్ సింగపూర్లో కూడా ఇప్పుడు రీసెంట్గా ఒక స్కూల్లో ఒక అబ్బాయి కత్తి తీసుకొచ్చి ఇంకో అబ్బాయిని హీ హ్యాడ్ అటాక్డ్. అదే దిస్ వాజ్ ద బిగ్ న్యూస్ రీసెంట్లీ ఇన్ సింగపూర్. ఇలాంటి కేసెస్ జరుగుతున్నాయి ఇప్పుడు సింగపూర్లో కూడా. నేనేమంటున్నానంటే మెంటల్ హెల్త్ హెస్ బికమ్ అ బిగ్ ఛాలెంజ్. మెంటల్ హెల్త్ని అడ్రస్ చేయాలంటే మన దగ్గర ఏం సొల్యూషన్స్ లేవు. అది ప్రీఎంప్టివ్గా మనం అడ్రస్ చేయాలి. ప్రీఎంప్టివ్గా అడ్రస్ చేయాలంటే మన దగ్గర డీప్ లెర్నింగ్ మోడల్స్ ఉండాలి. అండ్ దాట్స్ వేర్ ఏఐ కెన్ ప్లే అ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ రోల్. దెన్ గోయింగ్ ఫార్వర్డ్ జనరేటివ్ ఏఐ, దెన్ ఏఐ ఏజెంట్స్, ఏజెంటిక్ ఏఐ, ఇవన్నీ ఏఐ మోడల్స్ వచ్చేసాయి ఇప్పుడు. ఈ ఏజెంటిక్ ఏఐ ఏంటంటే దే కెన్ డూ ద వర్క్ మచ్ మోర్ సిస్టమాటిక్లీ, మచ్ మోర్ ఎఫిషియెంట్లీ అండ్ మచ్ మోర్ ఎఫెక్టివ్లీ ఇన్ అ వెరీ హోలిస్టిక్ మేనర్. సో ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఆఫ్ వేర్ ఏఐ is being used very predominantly in Singapore, and this is a Singapore example, is road management systems. ఇప్పుడు అక్కడ ఏంటంటే సింగపూర్ రోడ్స్ మీరు చూస్తే చాలా స్మూత్గా ఉంటాయి, ఎప్పుడు ఎక్కడ పాట్ హోల్స్ కనపడవు. కానీ మెల్లిగా ఇక్కడ అక్కడ పాట్ హోల్స్ వస్తే వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారంటే వీడియో అనాలిటిక్స్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నారు. అంబులెన్స్ మీద ఒక వ్యాన్ మీద కెమెరా పెట్టి విత్ వెరీ అంటే ఇవన్నీ సొఫిస్టికేటెడ్ కెమెరాస్ పెట్టి వీడియో అనాలిటిక్స్తో వాళ్ళు దే డిటెక్ట్ వేర్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ ద రోడ్స్ ఆర్ అన్ఈవెన్ ఆర్ వేర్ దే డిటెక్ట్ వేర్ ద పాట్ హోల్స్ ఆర్. Then what happens, the information is gathered and the information is sent to a central command center. And that central command center, then they process. It comes under the Land and Transport Authority. They process that information and they send the people to that particular location, deployed to repair the roads. And that's how the roads are maintained in a very neat manner. Not only that, combination of AI and video analytics is also being used along with machine learning in essentially identifying సింక్ హోల్స్. సింక్ హోల్స్ అంటే ఏమిటంటే పెద్ద గోవి లాంటిది. అప్పుడు అంటే మనకి పైనుంచి రోడ్లు బాగా కనపడతాయి, కానీ ఓవర్ అ పీరియడ్ ఆఫ్ టైం వేడికి, సింగపూర్లో వేడి బాగా ఎక్కువ, వేడికి ఏమవుతుందంటే ఆ సింక్ హోల్స్ ఫామ్ అవుతాయి, ఆ రోడ్స్ కేవ్ అయిపోతాయి. అది హౌ యూ కెన్ ప్రియంప్ట్ సో దట్ అన్ యాక్సిడెంట్ ఈస్ ప్రివెంటెడ్. That is where AI has got a very big use case study in Singapore, and this is a very big example that we can also do it in India. AI can be used in agriculture. Can we please play the video, how AI is being used in agriculture? Like precision farming. And India is basically an agrarian country. Our economy is basically run on agriculture. So we need to upgrade our skill sets by using both IoT as well as drone analytics, which I think our state of Andhra Pradesh is one of the leaders, and combine that with AI for precision farming. అని చాలామంది చేస్తున్నారు అనుకుంటా. వీడియో ప్లే చేస్తారా? సో పూర్వం ఏంటంటే నేను మొన్న రీసెంట్గా ఆస్ట్రేలియా వెళ్ళాను. ఆస్ట్రేలియాలో హ్యూజ్ ఏకర్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫార్మ్స్ ఉన్నాయండి, హండ్రెడ్స్ ఆఫ్ ఏకర్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫార్మ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. అక్కడ ఏంటంటే సీడ్ ప్లాంట్ బ్రీడింగ్ ఎలా చేస్తారు అనుకుంటే, ఇక్కడ ఇండియాలో అయితే అంటే ఒకవైపు ఇదేంటి మ్యాన్, ఇంకోవైపు ఉమెన్, అంటే వాళ్ళు సేమ్ ఫ్యామిలీ మెంబర్స్ ఉంటే తాడు పట్టుకుని ఒక చోటు నుంచి ఇంకో చోటు వాళ్ళు ది మూవ్ ఫ్రమ్ వన్ డైరెక్షన్ అనదర్ డైరెక్షన్, అండ్ దట్స్ ఆఫ్ ద ప్లాంట్ బ్రీడింగ్ ఎక్సర్సైజ్ ఆర్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ ఇన్ ఇండియా. బట్ ఐమ్ షూర్ దట్ దిస్ ఇస్ చేంజింగ్. ఆస్ట్రేలియాలో చాలా గమ్మత్తుగా నేను చూసాను ఏంటంటే పైన హెలికాప్టర్స్, దే పొజిషన్ ద హెలికాప్టర్స్ ఇన్ సచ్ అ మేనర్ సో దట్ ద మూమెంట్ ఆఫ్ ద విండ్ is in such a manner so that the plant pollination happens. So the plants, the male and female plants, basically they integrate, they interact with each other, cross pollination happens. So ala chestunaru. Drones vaడుతున్నారు. Drones. In fact, that's the video that I wanted to show you, but for some reason today technology is not cooperating with us. So దాని చేత రకరకాలు మన దగ్గర టెక్నాలజీ. సో ఇప్పుడు నేను విశాఖపట్నంలో ఒక మనకి కంపెనీ ఉంది. విశాఖపట్నంలో ఐ స్టార్టెడ్ అన్ యాక్సిలరేటర్ in 2015 and దానిలో చాలా కంపెనీస్ వచ్చాయి. ఒక్కొక్క స్టార్ట్అప్ కంపెనీకి we give 10 lakhs to a crore rupees, and so this kind of funding we have been doing for last several years. One of the companies, they got funding from university, అంటే మేము ఫండ్ చేసిన తర్వాత యూనివర్సిటీ ఆఫ్ ఫ్లోరిడా వాళ్ళు వచ్చారు. వాళ్ళు ఏంటంటే స్మార్ట్ ఐఓటీస్ కనిపెట్టారు. ఐఓటీస్ ఎలా అంటే ఇప్పుడు లైక్ వాటర్ ఇరిగేషన్లో మీరు వాటర్ ఫార్మర్కి ఎప్పుడు ఎంత వాటర్ ఇవ్వాలి, ఎంత వాటర్ ఇస్తే బాగుంటుంది, ఎంత వాటర్ ఇవ్వకపోతే ఆ ప్లాంట్ గ్రోత్ సరిగా ఉండదు. సో ఇవన్నీ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ మేము బేసిక్లీ ఏంటంటే ఐఓటీ సెన్సర్స్ ద్వారా మేము తయారు చేసి పిల్లలే, విజయనగరం పిల్లలే వాళ్ళు తయారు చేసి వాళ్ళు ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేశారు. అండ్ దాట్ ఈస్ బేసిక్లీ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ హౌ ఏఐ ఈస్ బేసిక్లీ బీయింగ్ యూస్డ్ ఇన్ అగ్రికల్చర్. AI in healthcare, AI in wealth management, AI in basically in several other sectors, AI is basically having a huge impact. Healthcare lo ela, like say for example, ippudu one of my colleagues from the panel members said that క్యాన్సర్ డిటెక్షన్లో ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే ఇప్పుడు మనకి చూడడానికి మనం ఏదంటే ఎర్రగా బుర్రగా బాగా కనపడతాం, కానీ లోపల ఏం జరుగుతుందో మనకు తెలియట్లేదు. స్ట్రెస్ వల్ల, కోవిడ్ వల్ల చాలామందికి కోవిడ్ వచ్చిన వాళ్ళకి ఏంటంటే వాళ్ళు దే ఆర్ గెటింగ్ హార్ట్ అటాక్స్ ఆర్ నీ పెయిన్స్ వస్తున్నాయి, మోకాలు నొప్పులు ఎక్కువ అయిపోయి. నా వాట్ ఏఐ ఈస్ డూయింగ్ ఈస్ దట్ ఎసెన్షియలీ త్రూ మెడికల్ ఇమేజింగ్ you are able to identify some of these small developments happening at a cellular level and at a DNA level, which a naked eye you can't do it. So oka image chuste meeku just as a doctor you cannot identify, but the moment you put an AI technology on that, through the data you are able to spot what a naked eye cannot see, and that is the power and magic of AI. So especially in breast cancer, tumors are being now detected, which are called out, which could be easily missed out, and which can probably become malignant over a period of time. Alanti tumors, they are getting detected through medical imaging technology, and we have a company in Pune which is doing that quite well. So AI applications kuda chala healthcare lo రకరకాల హాస్పిటల్స్ లో ఉన్నాయి. లైక్ సే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇన్ ద హాస్పిటల్స్ ఆల్సో, ఇప్పుడు సింగపూర్లో ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇస్తాను. మీరు ఇంకా సింగపూర్లో ఏంటంటే ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే ఇప్పుడు హాస్పిటల్ వెళ్ళడం అవసరం లేదు, ఎందుకంటే your entire data is on the cloud, because of which, and even your MRI films, your X-ray films, everything is there on the cloud. So ఏమాత్రం మీకు ఏమైనా ఇష్యూ వస్తే doctors themselves are calling you through telemedicine, they're giving you the consultation. Unless and until there is a major issue, surgery ఏమైనా చేయాలంటే then you have to go to the hospital. ఓన్లీ క్రానిక్ కేసెస్ కోసం, మామూలు కేసెస్ కోసం ఇంకా ఎవరు హాస్పిటల్కి వెళ్ళట్లేదు. సింగపూర్లో అయితే మేము లివింగ్ హాల్లో కూర్చుని అంత ట్రీట్మెంట్ చేయించేసుకుంటున్నాం, లివింగ్ హాల్లో కూర్చునే మేము ఇదేంటి ఇల్లులు కొనేసుకుంటున్నాం, ఈ లివింగ్ హాల్లో కూర్చుని కార్లు కొంటున్నాం, అంతా ఇంకా బయట వెళ్ళిన అవసరం లేదు. ఇంకా బ్యాంకింగ్ కూడా ఎలా అయిపోయిందంటే స్టాంచార్డ్ ఇన్ సింగపూర్ దే హ్యావ్ స్టార్టెడ్ అ వాకింగ్ మిర్రర్. ఇప్పుడు చాలామంది ఏంటంటే అంటే అబ్బాయిలు అమ్మాయిలు వాళ్ళు అద్దం ముందర నుంచి ఒక 5 నిమిషాలే నించుంటారు. అబ్బాయిలు బహుశా 3 నిమిషాలు 5 నిమిషాలు నించుంటారు, లేడీస్ అయితే ఒక 5 minutes to 8 minutes, సో మేబీ 10 minutes నించుంటారు, అంటే టు డ్రెస్ దెమ్సెల్ఫ్ అప్. During that time, they want to basically empower women. So what they have done is that they have started a walking mirror, a talking mirror, which can give you access to your financial bank accounts. While you are getting dressed up, while you are doing makeup, you want to know what is the savings that I have got. You don't have to go to a bank or log in. Through the mirror itself, the mirror will tell you what is your savings. You want to do some withdrawals, you want to transfer some money, everything is now done through the mirror. So this is the power of AI that is now influencing your lifestyle. So not just the way you essentially, it's not just about macro things, even at a micro things, AI is changing the entire landscape. Your lifestyle is getting changed because of AI. ఇంకొక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇస్తాను. ఫిన్టెక్ మేనేజ్మెంట్లో ఏఐ మ్యాసివ్ అప్లికేషన్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఫిన్టెక్లో ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే ఏఐ ఈజ్ నౌ పార్ట్నరింగ్ విత్ క్వాంటమ్. అందుకే మన చీఫ్ మినిస్టర్, ఆనరబుల్ చీఫ్ మినిస్టర్ చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారు ఆయన రియల్ విజనరీ. ఎందుకంటే no politician in the world, forget India, has ever thought about a quantum valley, what he has thought. So we need to give a round of applause to our chief minister. ఎందుకంటే నేను మీకు చెప్తున్నాను ఎందుకంటే AI is going to become redundant. And you'll be surprised what I'm saying. Absolutely, you're true. AI is going to be redundant. ఇంకొక 5 ఏళ్ళు ఇంకా రిడెండెంట్ అయిపోతుంది. అంటే ఏమిటి, ఇంకా అవసరం ఉండదు ఏఐకి. ఎందుకంటే ఏఐ కంటే ముందర ఇంకా ఫ్యూచర్ టెక్నాలజీస్ వచ్చేస్తున్నాయి, లైక్ క్వాంటమ్. అండ్ ఏఐ వెన్ ఇట్ మ్యారీస్ విత్ క్వాంటమ్, ఇట్స్ గోయింగ్ టు బి మచ్ మోర్ ఫాస్టర్, లైక్ క్వాంటమ్ కంప్యూటర్స్. మీరు ఎంత ఊహించుకుంటారంటే క్వాంటమ్ కంప్యూటర్ బేసిక్లీ 13,000 times fast. It can analyze data. అంటే what used to take few weeks, now it's happening in few days, and what used to take few days is happening in few hours, and what used to take in few hours is happening in few minutes, what used to take few minutes is happening in seconds. That is the power of AI plus quantum. So the future is all about AI and quantum. So మీ అందరికీ ఏంటంటే నా సజెషన్ ఏంటంటే, ఎంతమంది స్టూడెంట్స్ ఉన్నారు, చాలామంది ఏంటంటే you focus on the solutions. My humble request to you is that don't focus on the solutions, focus on the problem statements. Form a group of about 3 to 5 friends, okay? Understand, and this must be your best friends so that you can interact with them quite freely. Identify the best problem that you want to solve. It can be with respect to anything. It can be women's safety, it can be road management system, it can be healthcare, any problem. Identify that problem. Put it on paper and start building your business plan around the problem. That is the fundamental difference that our Indian entrepreneurs must start doing. So you got to build a native model. Native model అంటే ఏంటంటే, ఇప్పుడు దాకా ఎంత డేటా వచ్చినా కూడా డేటా అంతా బయట నుంచి, from western parts we are using that data. But going forward we need Indian data, native data. And not only that, it has to be linguistic. Like ఇప్పుడు సపోజ్ ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇప్పుడు ద్రాక్షారం వెళ్ళినా లేదా యానం వెళ్ళినా, నేను ఇప్పుడు అక్కడ నేను అమెరికన్ ఇంగ్లీష్ వాడితే అది పనికి రాదు, అక్కడ లోకల్ తెలుగు డైలెక్ట్ ఉండాలి. సో మన ఏఐ మోడల్స్ తెలుగులో రావాలి. మీరు తయారు చేయగలుగుతారా? మీరు తయారు చేయగలిగితే నేను ఫండ్ చేయడానికి రెడీగా ఉన్నాను. యు కమ్ ఫార్వర్డ్ విత్ అ తెలుగు ఏఐ మోడల్ విచ్ ఈస్ నేటివ్ that can solve the problem for the society. That is how you have to start thinking. ఏదో పుస్తకాల్లో చదివేసుకుని మనం ఇంకా అక్కడ మార్కులు సంపాదించుకోవడం కాదు. ఇన్ఫ్యాక్ట్ ఐ వాజ్ టెలింగ్ టు ఐశ్వర్య గారు earlier during a small conversation that out of the 4-year engineering program, 3 years థియరీ పెట్టుకుని లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ మనం ఇంకా థియరీ పెట్టుకోకూడదు. ఇంకా లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ షుడ్ ఓన్లీ బీ ఫోకస్డ్ ఆన్ ఇండస్ట్రీ. ఈ ఐడియా ఎక్కడ వచ్చిందంటే కేంబ్రిడ్జ్ నుంచి వచ్చింది. రీసెంట్లీ ఐ వాజ్ అట్ కేంబ్రిడ్జ్ యూనివర్సిటీ. Cambridge University, the Vice Chancellor told me that Cambridge is producing 1 unicorn every year. In the last 10 years, they produced 10 unicorns. What is the contribution of Cambridge University to the UK economy? Guess? 23 billion pounds. Million kaadu, 23 billion pounds. Every year, it is contributing to the UK economy. Just one university in the UK. And when Cambridge and Oxford both combined, close to about 50 billion pounds. Just imagine the power of innovation and the economic impact. మనందరం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం? పబ్లికేషన్స్ పెడుతున్నాం. పబ్లికేషన్స్ సంతోషంగా ఉన్నాం మనం, పబ్లిష్ చేసేసి. పబ్లిషింగ్ కాదండి. పబ్లిషింగ్ ద్వారా యు ఆర్ నాట్ గోయింగ్ టు ఇంపాక్ట్ ఎనీ వన్. మేబీ బేసిక్ సైన్స్లో యూ విల్ ఇంపాక్ట్, నాట్ అప్లైడ్ సైన్స్. అప్లైడ్ సైన్స్లో మనకి పేటెంట్స్ కావాలి. డాక్టర్ ఏపీజే అబ్దుల్ కలాం గారితో పాటు నేను 3 సార్లు కలిసాను. ఒకసారి అడిగాను ఇండియాని ఎలా స్ట్రాంగ్ చేయాలి. ఆయన ఒకటే మాట అన్నారు, ఇండియాని స్ట్రాంగ్ చేయాలంటే యూ నీడ్ టు బిల్డ్ అన్ ఇన్నోవేటివ్ ఎకానమీ విచ్ ఈస్ ఫోకస్డ్ ఆన్ ఇంటెలెక్చువల్ ప్రాపర్టీ. అందుకే మా ఆర్గనైజేషన్ we have constituted an award, and that award is called the Dr. Yallapragada Subbarao GEM Award. This award is given to scientists who basically can file a patent and get a patent granted. Through that patent, we are basically, through that particular award, we are offering 1 lakh rupees every year to each scientist, to the male scientist. And to the female scientists, yesterday in fact we signed an MOU with JNTU Kakinada, because my mother is my inspiration. And she has got a very beautiful smile, just like all the mothers. I have constituted an award in the name of my mother called Smile. Smile ante S for Shakuntala, ma amgaru peru, M for meritorious, I for innovative, L for leadership, E for entrepreneur. Smile Award. Through that Smile Award, I want to thank Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Prasad garu. ఎందుకంటే ఆయన ఒక విజనరీ. ఎందుకు విజనరీ అంటే ఆయన ఎప్పుడు చేసేది ఇలాంటి అవార్డ్స్ మనం కావాలని. అండ్ వీ డోంట్ నో ఈచ్ అదర్ అట్ ఆల్. ఇన్ఫ్యాక్ట్ వీఆర్ మీటింగ్ ఫర్ ద ఫస్ట్ టైం. ఇలా రావాలని. అండ్ ఇట్స్ నాట్ ద క్వాంటమ్, ఇట్స్ ద ఇంటెంట్. ఎందుకంటే నన్ను చూసి ఇంకా చాలామంది ముందుకు వస్తారు. ఐ నో దాట్. They'll also constitute awards in the names of their parents, or maybe whoever is closely affectionately they are related with Kakinada, they have to come forward. Like the way I've come forward from Singapore to Kakinada, a full plate meals తిన్న తర్వాత పూర్తిగా కడుపు నిండిపోయిన తర్వాత there is always a room for ice cream. Kakinada is like ice cream for me. That's a dessert. So అందుకే నేను వచ్చాను ఇక్కడ కాకినాడ. అందుకే పార్టింగ్లో ఇన్ కంక్లూజన్ వాట్ ఐ వాంట్ టు షేర్ విత్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ ఈజ్ దట్ 3 things. Number 1, టేక్ రిస్క్, టేక్ క్యాల్కులేటెడ్ రిస్క్. ఎక్కడ మీరు ఉన్నా అక్కడ మీరు ఉండిపోకండి. మీరు పైన రావాలంటే రిస్క్ తీసుకోండి. థింక్ బిగ్. Number 2, థింక్ అబౌట్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్, నాట్ ద సొల్యూషన్. ప్రాబ్లం ఎంత పెద్దది ఉంటే అంత సొల్యూషన్ అంత పెద్దది ఉంటుంది. ఆ ప్రాబ్లమ్ స్టేట్మెంట్ యూ కెన్ యాక్చువల్లీ బిల్డ్ విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ పియర్ గ్రూప్స్, because peer group learning is the way going forward. Number 3, most important is you will be known in the world not for how much money you have made. You will be known in the world for your value systems. Understand who you are, what is the purpose of your life. Be humble, be a good citizen, be a good Telugu person, and respect your culture. That's the only way you can succeed in a startup world. Whatever money I've earned in my life, I started my career with just a small 1-bedroom hall kitchen as a paying guest when I was at AIMS. Today, lot of things have happened. Lot of properties have been gathered. But my heart is still very much based here. Endukante, this is the place which I want to see a unicorn come out, a Nobel laureate come out from Kakinada and from Andhra Pradesh. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Anand Garu. Your speech and presentation was incredibly relevant and stunningly simple with those real-time examples. We especially like to appreciate how still rooted you are to your culture and tradition. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Dr. Anand Garu on his wonderful speech. Our next guest, with his 37 years of experience in teaching and research, built the man he is today, the Vice Chancellor of the prestigious JNTU Kakinada. He published over 150 research papers and also served on boards of studies and academic committees of various institutions. Ladies and gentlemen, may we have a resounding round of applause to welcome this gentleman, the Vice Chancellor of JNTU Kakinada, Professor CSRK Prasad Garu, to address the gathering.
Sabhaya Namaha. Good morning to all of you. Respected dignitaries on the dais, distinguished guests, Dr. Anand Govindaluri, MD and founder, Govin Capital Singapore, our special guest, Shri Indrajit, CEO and President ITAAP. Another special guest, Shri A.V. Malleswara Rao, National Director, STPI Kakinada, Shri Sreedhar Kosaraju, Chairman, APDTI Network, Shri R.L. Narayana, Corporate Vice President, WNS, and other industry leaders, distinguished guests, the organizers of the event, the silent workers behind this big show, the faculty members, students, and print and media friends. It gives me immense pleasure to join you all at this AI Fusion Summit, a confluence of vision, innovation, and collaboration that embodies the transformative power of artificial intelligence. AI refers to the ability of machines to perform cognitive tasks such as thinking, perceiving, learning, problem solving, and decision making. Before I continue, my talk. About few days back, Sreedhar called me, requested me to be part of this event. I was actually worried what to speak because I am basically a civil engineer, specialized in transportation engineering. Unfortunately, I ended up in administrative role as a VC of JNTU Kakinada. Then after hearing this people's talk, I thought they're not much, but I'm now really more worried. కొంచెం భయం వేస్తుంది మాట్లాడాలంటే AI మీద. For last few days, I was trying to collect some ideas, or maybe stealing the ideas, here and there, taking the help of ChatGPT, and also various policy documents. I try to share some of my ideas about the AI. Today's world is experiencing a technological renaissance. Artificial intelligence is no longer confined to the research labs. It is redefining industries, economies, and even our daily lives. Even washing machine, they say that AI driven, right? Yeah. From predictive healthcare and smart cities to precision agriculture and generative design, AI is driving unprecedented progress. From personalized recommendations on our phones to the autonomous vehicles, AI is transforming every sector: education, healthcare, agriculture, business, and even the art. And yet, the true essence of this revolution lies not just in automation, but in augmentation, empowering human intelligence through the machine learning, creativity, and insight. The world we live in today is powered by data and driven by intelligence, both human and artificial. Today, AI tools can generate content, design visuals, write code, analyze data, detect diseases, and optimize supply chains, and even assist in scientific discoveries. As we witness this rapid revolution, we must also remain conscious of our collective responsibility. Ethical AI, transparency, and inclusivity must be at the heart of every innovation. The theme AI fusion symbolizes the blending of technology with humanity, where data meets empathy, algorithms meet ethics, and innovation meets imagination. It reminds us that the future of AI is not about machines replacing the people, but machines working with people to unlock new possibilities. But as we celebrate this rise of AI, we must also remember our responsibility. AI should not replace human values. It should reinforce them. The true measure of progress lies not only in how smart our machines become, but in how wisely and ethically we use them. The goal is not to create machines that think like humans, but to use AI to help humans think better and act faster and live fuller lives. Now let's try to look at what is happening in our great nation, India, with respect to the AI. The India's AI strategy is a multifaceted effort to position itself as a global leader in AI innovation, driving economic growth and social progress. So India's AI mission, this is about $10,372 crore initiative, aims to build a robust AI ecosystem by creating AI computing infrastructure, including acquiring over 10,000 GPUs, supporting the development of large language models and other foundational AI models in Indian languages, attracting top talent, enabling industry collaborations, and promoting the ethical AI practices. India also launched another program like Skilling for AI Readiness, SOAR. This program introduces AI literacy to students and educators from classes 6th to 12th across India. It aims to bridge the digital divide and produce a tech-savvy workforce. India AI portal was launched in 2020. This portal serves as a central knowledge hub for AI, publishing articles, news, and government initiatives. Bharat Gen, this government-funded multimodal LLM initiative launched in 2024, aims to improve the public services and citizen engagement through the advanced foundational models. On Digital India, modes of transportation and better traffic and congestional problems. That's what Anand is also highlighted in his talk. Let's try to look at the Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh AI policy is focused on building a comprehensive ecosystem through the education, governance, and research partnerships. The key initiatives include establishing India's first dedicated AI university in collaboration with the NVIDIA, integrating AI into government services to improve the efficiency, and introducing the AI programs in high schools and colleges to build a skilled workforce. The state is also investing heavily in infrastructure, such as a large-scale data center projects to support its AI ambitions. Minor programs in AI and quantum technologies will be introduced in engineering and degree colleges starting from this academic year onwards. The testimony of the government's commitment is the Google's establishing its first AI data center in Visakhapatnam with a significant $15 billion investment over the next 5 years, that's 26 to 2030. This facility will be a gigawatt scale data center campus, part of Google's global network, and the company is partnering with the Adani Group and Airtel to build the infrastructure. The project includes the developing a new international subsea gateway to boost the digital connectivity. Let me look at the technical education in India. The All India Council for Technical Education has declared 2025 as the year of AI to accelerate the adoption and integration of artificial intelligence into India's technical education system. This initiative aims to equip students with AI-driven skills and prepare India's youth for future opportunities in a rapidly evolving technological landscape. The key AI and training the teachers to use the AI effectively. My speakers have emphasized on the AI first century challenges. One of them is the personalized learning. It's a customized learning. So all the students in the classroom are expected to have their own combination of subjects of learning. This is the challenge. And their levels of perception, levels of receiving is different. So what are the models, teaching models available earlier or now may not be suitable for the 21st century students. So this is a big challenge education sector is facing. Now let me look into the impact of AI in my education sector. AI is helping the educators better understand each learner, their strengths, weaknesses, and learning space. Intelligent tutoring systems can now adapt lessons to meet the individual needs. That's what you would say that self-paced learning tools, flipped classrooms, etc. are emerging. AI-powered language translators can break down the barriers, and smart analytics can identify students who need extra support long before they fall behind. In many ways, AI has made learning more inclusive, more engaging, and more effective. But AI is not a replacement for the teachers. It is an assistant to the teacher. A machine can deliver information, but it takes a teacher to inspire. AI can grade papers, but only a human can shape the character of the students. The role of the educator is evolving from being the source of knowledge to being the guide for wisdom. The true potential of AI in education lies in the empowerment. It allows the teachers to focus more on mentoring, creativity, and emotional connection, the aspects of education that technology can never replicate. It gives the students the freedom to explore, ask, and create rather than the memorize. As we integrate AI into the classrooms, we must ensure ethical use, data privacy, and equitable access. And similarly, the AI has a bigger impact on the research, not only in the computer science, in all branches of science and technology. For centuries, the research has been the foundation of the human progress. It has driven discovery, innovation, and understanding from the invention of the wheel to the decoding of the human genome. Today, as we stand on the threshold of the new era, artificial intelligence is transforming not just what we discover, but how we find out. AI is no longer a tool confined to the computer science. It has become a universal research partner. In fields ranging from the medicine to the material sciences, from the economics to the environmental studies, AI is accelerating the pace of discovery in ways we could never have imagined. Machine learning algorithms are analyzing the data sets so vast that no human could process them in a lifetime. AI models are predicting molecular behavior, identifying the potential drugs, and even assisting in the design of the experiments. In social sciences, AI is uncovering patterns in the behavior of the policy outcomes. In climate research, it helps us model complex systems and forecast the future scenarios with increasing precision. But beyond the speed and accuracy, AI brings something even more profound, insight. It allows the researchers to see what might otherwise remain invisible. It can identify the hidden correlations, generate the hypotheses, and open doors to interdisciplinary connections that redefine the boundaries of the knowledge. I, being the specialist in transportation, I thought, let me look into the AI applications. AI is transforming the transportation in ways once unimaginable. Smart algorithms, sensors, and predictive analytics are now at the heart of modern transport systems, making them safer, faster, cleaner, and more efficient. Few examples like autonomous vehicles, traffic management, public transportation, logistics and supply chain, and air and maritime transport are the areas where AI is being effectively utilized. So events like AI fusion are vital because they bring together the brilliant minds, researchers, students, entrepreneurs, and innovators to collaborate, debate, and design the future responsibly. They remind us that the innovation thrives where curiosity meets purpose. Let AI fusion be a reminder that the power of artificial intelligence truly shines when fused with the best of human intelligence. May this event ignite new ideas and inspire future innovations that make our world a better, smarter, and kinder place. I congratulate the organizers of the AI Fusion Summit for bringing together such a vibrant community of innovators and thought leaders, and especially the young student friends who are the future leaders and on whose shoulders the Viksit Bharat 2047 is resting. To the young innovators and learners here today, I urge you to explore AI not just as a technology, but as a tool for change. Use it to solve real-world problems, to fight climate change, to improve the education, to ensure the food security, and promote the inclusivity. The future belongs to those who not only understand technology, but also use it to uplift the humanity. So thank you one and all, and I wish the AI Fusion Summit a great success.
Thank you so much, sir. We so appreciate your valuable contribution to our event. Thank you for sharing your expertise and experiences with us. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to Mr. CSRK Prasad Garu. It's now time to appreciate the valuable time given by our esteemed guest with a small token of appreciation. As a token of our gratitude, we now invite Aishwarya from KITE to do the honors to our chief guest, Professor CSRK Prasad Garu. Aishwarya to do the honors to our chief guest, Professor CSRK Prasad Garu. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. May I now request Anupama Garu, Director, Anand PAG Systems, to present the memento to Dr. Anand Govindaluri. Next, to present the memento to A.V. Malleswara Rao from CRIFI CEO Krishna Reddy. Now please welcome Prasad Vakalapudi Garu to present the memento to Mr. Indrajit Anne. Now I would like to call Chandrasekhar Garu, AVP Avenion, to do the honors to Sreedhar Garu Kosaraju. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. All the guests are now requested to have a group photo. We request the sponsors also to come up on the dais to have a group photo. MOUs. We extend our deepest gratitude to all our generous sponsors for their unwavering support is essential to a success of this event. We thank the event sponsor, Kite Institutions, Diamond sponsor, Anand PAG, our gold sponsors, Daisy and Griffey, and our silver sponsor, Avenion. We now arrive at a pivotal moment, an MOU exchange between three parties, Anand PAG, DTNF, and Kite. Ladies and gentlemen, while the guests are still residing on the stage, I would like to call upon Anupama Garu, Sreedhar Garu, and Krishna Garu for an official exchange of the document. Let's get them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, it's Aishwarya from Kite. Now can we have Mr. Anand Krishnan on stage for a word of thanks of this inaugural function.
Thank you. Okay. Good morning, respected dignitaries, distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen. It is my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks for this wonderful inaugural session. So on behalf of all of us, I extend heartfelt gratitude to everyone who made this event a success. So our sincere thanks to Mr. Sreedhar Kosaraju, Chairman of APDTI, DTNF, for setting a powerful tone this morning. Okay. So he reminded us why we are here, why Kakinada. So basically it's to democratize AI beyond major cities and create an inclusive ecosystem through bridging the academia and the industry. So his message on AI skills being essential for all of us was truly eye-opening. Okay. Thank you, Shri Indrajit ji, President of ITAAP, for capturing the spirit of this gathering. So your reminder that AI is a journey, not a race. And your insights on solving real-world problems inspired us all to think deeply about a purpose-driven AI. Okay, so we also appreciate Mr. Shri A.V. Malleswara Rao ji of STPI Kakinada, so for highlighting the incredible ecosystem that STPI is already building, nationwide. Empowering startups through various schemes and innovations across multiple technology domains, not just in one domain. As you heard him saying, like fintech, medtech, cybersecurity. So all domains. So One of the distinguished speakers, Dr. Anand Govindaluri, sir, thank you so much. The way you started off with gratitude to your parents, that was really not unexpected from my side. That was very good. Thank you for the inspiring journey you shared, and importantly, all the AI applications, use cases from Singapore that you have shared. It shows us the power of combining values with a vision. So his encouragement to focus on problems that matter and promote local AI, regional-wise AI solutions resonated very strongly to me. Okay, so thank you to Professor CSRK Prasad sir, Vice Chancellor of JNTU Kakinada, for sharing a visionary outlook on India's AI initiative and the importance of ethical, inclusive AI that enhances our education and the society. So finally, a special thanks to all speakers who traveled across India and Singapore to share their knowledge and passion. So your presence has truly enriched this event. To all attendees in this room, your enthusiastic participation has made, is truly inspiring. So let's carry this momentum forward, with more purpose and more passion. So let's embrace the opportunities ahead to shape a brighter, smarter future together. So the journey begins anew with each idea shared and connection made today. So let's make the most of today's exciting program and continue to inspire remarkable achievements for the future. Thank you once again for being part of this inspiring start. Jai Hind.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's quickly take a 10 minutes break and we see you again on the other side of the session. There's going to be an interesting session on agentic AI, so don't miss it and be on time. Thank you.